now for the Peter Channel morning news on this Thursday morning, November 3rd, 2016. Get on! Good morning to you all on this lovely Thursday morning, November 3rd, 2016. There are your news and odds here. Top story at 8:30 on this Thursday morning is a senior British court on Thursday dealt a severe blow to Prime Minister Theresa May's plans to begin the process of exiting the European Union early next year. Will she must get Parliament's approval before she acts. Cleveland, life changed for the early part of the Thursday morning for so many people of Chicago from the north side and all the way down state across huge Midwest and even just did from a few transplants. The Chicago Cubs have finally broken their 108-year-old World Series title drought with an 8-7 10-8 victory of the Cleveland Indians last night. Early this morning, Game 7 of the World Series. Heading in the final days of the presidential campaign, the race had settled back to the attack contest with Hillary Clinton and then Donald Trump after a month of tumult. Clinton's Afghanistan said 2 American soldiers, more than 30 Afghans were killed in Thursday in the midst of enemy fighting around the northern Polo scandal. Clinton's official local resident said. A gunman shot and killed 2 Iowa police officers in Edmonton attacks with more common service settlement hours later, police said. And the investment of Iraqi troops prepared to enter key city Mosul. As this media arm has released audio perpetually featured the terror group's leader Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi attempted to rally ISIS fighters. Former Prime Minister Sayed Hariri was nominated Thursday to form Lebanon's next government in the process likely to amplify deep differences with a powerful Hezbollah movement. Countries led up said FBC as a cashless economy in Zimbabwe with little cash, there's little choice. Turkey's foreign minister has been with a threat to scrap an agreement with the European Union to stem the migrant flow for the Brussels doesn't get Turks with visa-free entry, said that the ECA won't wait until the end of the year. Columbus, a vocational college with 10 campuses across several states, has closed up police cited financial problems and a decreased demand for service for private schools. First things first, there's no such thing as voted by text message, period. If you want to cast ballot, you can vote either a poll station or vote absentee. Hawaii jail warden showed sex moves to inmates as shame therapy. Karachi, Pakistan. At least 20 people were killed in the collision of 2 trains Thursday at a Karachi, Pakistan train station, railway officials said. Muslim Iraqi Shiite military Senate cut off a road news by the Islamic State to escape from Mosul to the grip third struggle of Raqqa. Washington, President Obama invited the World Series champion Chicago Cubs to the White House before he leaves office at the beginning of the year. Salt Lake City, a Taco Bell employee was arrested after he bent to kick the customer after he got found during a screaming match stemming from an incorrect order. New Orleans, students and police clutched during a protest of Dave Duke's appearance at a debate for the state's open seat at U.S. Senator Dillard University. Los Angeles, a woman accusing Donald Trump of raping her in 1994 canceled the press conference warns it because she received death threats and was concerned for her safety. Springfield, Massachusetts. 2 developers filed a $50 million lawsuit over that city corruption led to losing the lease for a new registry motor vehicles facility in Springfield. Martin Place LLC and HC4 LLC filed a federal complaint against the city and several city officials. The suit alleges that the defendants are conspired as the development is in order to steer lease and the different developments connected in favor of the city. Cambridge, Massachusetts, the U.S. Postal Service and the Cambridge Profile investigator after Rand Senate said he found a stack of mail intended for registered voters in the trash. In London, Egypt talks about Trump Thursday as a long-way cursing devaluation had materialized, but part of emerging equities fell to 7-week lows hit by a poll showing a close race for the U.S. Police used pepper spray and what they called non-lethal ammunition to remove debt for the access pipeline protesters from federal land Wednesday. French prosecutors have recommended that HBC Holdings PLC face a criminal trial for the allegations that helped cuts of 8 taxes fall and the turmoil the bank was an issue ordered to post a €1 billion bail to cover potential. Bank of England said it's no longer expected to cut interest rates again this year. It's indicated that concerned about it. Concerned inflation may even warn tightening it at some point. McLean, Virginia, components of afterbody telecode sections of K-48 Mod 7 distributors are to be manufactured to the U.S. Navy by SIC. Moscow, Russian natural gas will be the very least remain at the city level of the European market fund. Some level of growth is likely, the Gazprom official said. Houston, despite postal loss for the third quarter, Marfond oil said it planned to expand exploration and production work while keeping its spending in check. Mandanov still got it. President Obama needs to make good on his word and stop the construction of Dakota Access Pipeline and the Environmental Privacy Group said. Oklahoma City, U.S. shale player considered research that moving forward for strong enough to raise its expectation for output for North Dakota and Oklahoma. Take a look at the stocks. The Dow 79.59.64, SP 529.794, and Nasdaq 5,105.57. The entire globe is moving the fastest to stop climate change. The Paris climate change agrees with enters legal force Friday, and there shortly afterwards comes out the first global media stop implemented in the Marco. Scientists discovered mighty pool including waterfall in the Gulf of Mexico that has higher temperatures and salinity than the surrounding water. Engineers have finished assembling the telescope that will succeed Hubble. The huge new observatory known as James Webb being on track to launch in the Earth exactly 2 years from now. London, Elon Musk Space Exploration Technology Corporation may lose the spacecraft order from the major customer Inmarsat PLC, and even as a European satellite operator first confidence in the rocket's company's ability to return to flight this year. England, a farmer recently shared a heartbreaking photo at the Nobel of his 4-year-old daughter, little Jessica Whalen. England was diagnosed with sports stage 4 neuroblastoma in September 2015. Few U.S. men got state biopsies and surgery after new information seared male sped away from routine prostate cancer screenings. Researchers reported Wednesday. Global tobacco leaders proposed to check the delegates. Think it makes my statistical small, right sequential on male fertility humans. Both presidential candidates gave speeches yesterday with the contrast as proven. One delivered a blizzard attack on opposing candidates' personal character later responded to hecklers and threats to a fierce man. Donald Trump might refer to communities Hispanics, but more than 57 million people in 20 million eligible voters are hardly able to live. When the students chanted Trump in the cafeteria and said that they want to muzzle around it, large men school made it not so dramatic decision. Peter Childers time is now 8:37 on this. Thursday morning, and it is time now for a sports report. Last night, the Boston Celtics defeat the Chicago Bulls 107-100. When the FC left the Boston Red Sox, the franchise seal break the curse of the bad beat for the Cubs. The goal was to build a team and squad that could compete for the National League Central after a few years. As for a few FC and Joe Madden, the Cubs World Series title ensures baseball immortality. One day after Frank Turner, offensive coordinator North Turner walked away from the post and moved that this Boston squad is very surprised, and it's unclear why Turner called it quits. Peter Childers' time is 8:38 on this Thursday morning, and it's time now for a traffic and transit report. Beep beep! Let's see the MTA where the green light space of minor lanes to the Sycamore at Copley. Red line, break through transit clears minor lanes in the northbound service today. Commuter rail, Worcester train 512. Expected about Worcester 510 minutes beyond schedule due to late around the outbound train. Worcester train 517 from South Station up at 10:20 minutes beyond schedule between southbound and Worcester. Favorite train 584 7 about is operating 10:20 minutes beyond schedule between the South Station and early train traffic. Franklin Line train 740 is operating 10:20 minutes beyond schedule between Ashland and South Station and train traffic. Franklin train 706 is arriving 25 30 minutes beyond schedule between Denver Corporation and South Station and mid-capital issue and train traffic. Franklin train 704 is operating 55 minutes barely between Denham Corporate South Station and early mid-capital issue train traffic. A train will depart north with Central Australia at 708 to accommodate passengers. And service will be suspended in the Franklin line between Denham Corporation Center and either the Friday, November 4th. Middlebury train 006 inbound is being assisted in Boston by train 008 and it's 55 minutes behind schedule. Middlebury train 008 is assisted disabled train 006 in Boston operating 25 minutes behind schedule between Holbrook and South Station. Alright, take a look at highways and byways. 95 minutes stop outside of Beckler, Fairfield down to Greenwich, Bear Parkway, westbound side of Beckler, Bridgeport down to Stafford. 95 and the northbound side of Beckler, West Haven down to New Haven, Connecticut. 95 and the southbound side of Beckler to Guilford Stretch. 84 westbound side of Beckler to Newtown down to Denbury. 91 on the northbound side of Beckler, Middletown down to Hartford, Connecticut. 84 eastbound side of Beckler from West Harvard down to Hartford, Connecticut. 91 and the southbound side of Beckler, 291 to 91. Mass Beckler, westbound side of Beckler to Westfield, 291. Southbound side is Beckler at Chickabee. 91 on the northbound side of Beckler to Deerfield, Massachusetts. 91 on the northbound side of Beckler, 57 to 291 to Springfield. 190 on the northbound side is Beckler around West Boylston. 190 southbound side of Beckler, 290. 290 eastbound side is Beckler around 146 route down in Worcester. 495 on the northbound side is Beckler from Milford all the way down to the Mass Pike to the Westford. 495 on the southbound side of Beckler, Hudson to 230 Barber. 190 on the northbound side of Beckler, 126, 122 at Lincoln to Stockton. Route 285 southbound side of Beckler, Route 6 to Route 14 Justin. Route 6 to the eastbound side of Beckler from 128 to 610 Connect to 610 Connect to northbound side from 6 to 95. 91 on the southbound side of Beckler from 2nd to downtown Bonnet. 146 on the southbound side of Beckler from before Route 95 downtown Bonnet. 95 on the northbound side is Beckler from 37 to work on in downtown Providence. 195 westbound side of Beckler from Seacock downtown Providence. Down in southeast Massachusetts, 95 on the northbound side of Beckler from South Bay Street in Sherwood all the way at Route 128 Canton. Route 24 on the northbound side of Beckler from 27 in Rockland all the way Route 128 Canton. Route 3 on the northbound side of Beckler from 228 in Rockland all the way to the Braintree Split. 128 southbound side is Beckler from Braintree all the way to the Braintree Split. 120 on the northbound side is Beckler around the route. Twenty-four in Canton. And then it breaks again from 128 out of Canton all the way out to Route 20 in Weston. 7 Expressway, northbound side of the Braintree Split all the way into the gas states. 7 Expressway, southbound side of the Dorchester. 93 is southbound side is Slow Run, Mass Pike out of Boston. Mass Pike eastbound side is Beckler from Fareham all the way out to the Newton. Mass Pike on the westbound side, Beckler Dawson right at Trolls. Mass Pike eastbound side is Beckler from the Brighton Austin stretch. Route 1 is southbound side of Beckler from 60 River all the way to Route 93 out in Boston. 93 Stop and go from 125 and off already out to Route 129. Wilmington and Hidden again on the northbound side from 28. And Reading all the way to Route 128 out of Reading. Route 93 on the southbound side by the Middlesex Fells and Bedford all the way to the Zinkin Bridge. 128 on the southbound side back to Reading all the way out to Waltham. Mass Pike on the westbound side is back there from East Boston down to South Boston. 7 Soul Cal tunnels. Looking good. Route 3 is southbound side is back there from 485 Low all the way out to Millwricker. 485 on the northbound side is backed up after the Lowell connector, and then 485 southbound is backed up from Route 28 and Andover all the way out to Route 93. Spalding Turnpike on the southbound side, it is backed up around Route 4 in Durham, New Hampshire. But always above with the Vermont Stretch remaining out. Look again. Mass Pike eastbound side is backed up from 89. Should act the yard with Interstate 87 in Albany, New York, and Interstate 87 the southbound side is backed up Boston Spot all the way to Blythe, Massachusetts. Blythe, New York. Peter Chill News Time is 8:43 on this Thursday morning, and it's time now for a weather report, and it is going to be a mild Thursday and tap with rain and thunderstorms, but after that, after the rain and thunderstorms go for, we're going to be back to typical November weather here. Alright, 7-day forecast goes like this. Today, chance of showers and thunderstorms before. 2 p.m. the shower level possibly a thunderstorm between 2 p.m. and 3 p.m. Then a chance of showers and thunderstorms after 3 p.m. Punch back between 1 p.m. and 2 p.m. Otherwise, guys got about 600 degrees. Cover became a staff at 5 miles an afternoon. Chest base is 6%. Newbury bonds less than 10 minutes. And how about possible thunderstorms for tonight, chance of showers maybe before 8 p.m. Most guys go about 44 degrees. North it's about 7 miles an hour. Chest range is 30%. New is about less than 10 minutes possible. Friday, most guys got a 6 at 53 degrees. And north is about 8 miles an hour. Friday night, most guys go about 30 degrees. North is about 3 to 6 miles an hour. Saturday, most guys go about 39 degrees. Cover became the north about 6 in the afternoon. Sunday, mostly sunny podcast about 51 about 33 degrees. Monday, sunny most schools about 50 about 34 degrees. Tuesday, sunny podcast about 58 about 40 degrees. And for Wednesday, most sides got about 55 degrees. Currently not near it is. Clear skies, we have temperature of And seeing some rain showers of western. Kelly not near, it's 51 degrees with a humidity of 99%. And radar it shows a line of rain showers by northeastern Albany and the southwestern Vermont and northwestern Massachusetts. And a little line of rain showers from east central portion of Vermont down from western New Hampshire, west from Lebanon down from Keene, New Hampshire, and Certain Island for the seacoast south in Maine and after the sea. That's great for the Peter Channel. More to news on this November 3rd, 2016 on a Thursday morning. I'm Peter Saber. Good morning and good positive to you. Good day, and I'll see you for the Peter Channel New News Report. I hope you have a good morning with a good positive attitude, dear.